Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be about Pcsing here to Japan. I want to talk about what I brought and what I shouldn't have brought. This video was actually suggested for me to make, and I apologize for taking about a week to finally film this. I've been out of town and my mother-in-law is here to visit, so we've been spending time with her, so I haven't been able to have time to sit in front of the camera, but today I finally have time. So let's get this video started. Once again, I have everything written down on my phone, so I'm most likely going to be looking at my phone a lot because I can never remember what I have written down on it. Okay, so I'm going to read my what should you bring list first. So the first one I have down is house decorations, but we didn't really have that much house decor at our last place, so everything that we have now we've bought here. But if you do have house decor, I suggest you bring it because they don't really have American style decor here. They have Japanese style, of course, because we're in Japan, and not all of us are into that kind of taste, so I highly recommend you bring your home decor. The second one is furniture, and then I wrote in parentheses couch, bed, headboards, etc. So I would bring your bed, your couch, your coffee table, whatever you have, I would bring it. So like I said before, everything here, almost everything here is Japanese style and also Japanese size. So they tend to run smaller than American sizes, so keep that in mind if you are looking to buy furniture here. I would just say if you already have it or if you're thinking about purchasing it here, just buy it there back in the States and then have it shipped here to Japan. You can also buy furniture here at the BX, but you don't really have that many options. And I've also heard that it takes weeks, like about 8 weeks for it to actually ship here. That's what I've read. I'm not sure if that happens every single time, but just keep that in mind. It does take a while for stuff to get shipped here to the BX. So speaking about headboards, I've been trying to find like the perfect headboard ever since we were back in Delaware, and I had no luck in finding one, but once we got here I found one that I really loved, but I cannot get my hands on it because it's too big to ship. So like I said, if you already have headboards, or what are they called, headboards I think? If you already have one or if you are thinking about purchasing one, just do it before you move. There are a few companies that actually ship here. I know Amazon for sure ships here. It takes about 2 weeks, but I haven't tried ordering from other sites, well, at least furniture wise, so I'm not sure about that, but keep in mind that there is a size and a weight limit to what you order, so you might not be able to get what you want online. So the third thing I have on my list is microwave. They don't come with the place, so you have to buy one or just ship the one you have already. I have rugs on here, so that should have went with furniture, but I just wrote it down anyways. Rugs here, they're limited. I feel like I haven't seen much. I've only seen solid colors here at IKEA or like striped ones, but I have not seen any of my taste. So if you have a certain taste, then you probably won't be able to find it here, so I would just try to get it before you move all of your stuff here. So this one isn't a big problem to me, but I've heard and seen people, I wouldn't say complain, but they do say that the bathroom rugs here are really pricey, but I feel like they're the same price as back in the States. So it's really up to you and what you think is expensive. I feel like they're maybe a couple dollars cheaper back in the States, but like I said, that doesn't bother me. We brought ours from our last base here, so I didn't have to purchase a new one. I feel like all my stuff are out of order. Okay, so my next one is holiday decor. That should have went with house decor. Yes, bring your holiday decor because it's a lot of money to buy new ones here, so it's worth it to just bring it with you. The next one on my list is very well needed here in Japan, and that is a dehumidifier. Am I saying that right? That sounds so weird. Dehumidifier. During the summertime, it is extremely humid, which requires the dehumidifier. I feel like I'm saying that so weird. I keep I feel like I'm just repeating myself. If you don't have them or have one, I suggest you buy one before moving here because there's only like 2 or 3 different brands you can purchase here at the BX, and they are super expensive. And I know they are quite pricey in general, but I'm pretty sure you can find cheaper ones. The last one I have on my list is you should bring your bike if you have one, because it's very convenient. Almost everyone rides their bikes here just because cars aren't really needed. So yeah, if you have one, don't get rid of it, just bring it with you because you will probably end up using it. So basically, to sum all of that up, if you're thinking about buying something, just go ahead and do it and move it here, because you will most likely end up needing the things you feel like you won't need. At least in my experience, we're always having to buy things and spend money, and it just all adds up and it's just a pain in the ass. So whatever you have that you think you will need, or things that you use often but you feel like you won't need it, just bring it. It's better to be safe than sorry. Now let's move on to what you shouldn't bring list. I only have, I think, two things written down, so it's going to be a very short list. So the first thing I have is you do not need to bring your washer and dryer. They provide that for you, so if you have a washer and dryer that you love and you don't want to get rid of, just go ahead and put it in storage or whatever you think is best for your situation. The second thing I have written down is stuff in storage that you hardly touch. So in our situation, we had a storeroom back in California where we're from, and it had all of Carlos's things, like all of his tools, just manly stuff, I guess. And then when we moved to Delaware, I don't want to explain the whole situation, but we ended up moving all of our stuff from the storeroom all the way to Delaware. So then we had everything there of ours stored away in the storeroom. And we got orders to Japan, and we're like, crap, well, we don't want to leave our stuff in Delaware because that's not really where we're from, so let's just bring it with us. We had no choice than to bring it. So now in our little storeroom that comes with the tower, it's completely packed from top to bottom with all of his tools and all of his whatever he has in there. So anything that you really don't touch and just sits in storage, don't bring that. It just takes up a lot of space. Speaking about tools, just bring the ones that will come in handy or the ones that you use a lot, and then just store the rest or leave the rest behind, because really we don't really touch it. It just sits in the storeroom and it takes up so much room. Also, I just thought about it. If you have a lawnmower or stuff to keep up with your yard, I would say bring it, because you may end up getting a garden home with the yard, but then I don't know, because if you get a tower, you don't have a yard, so you won't really need that. If you're willing to spend money on new yard stuff, then I would say go for it. But I guess it's just really up to you guys, because we didn't have any of that stuff, so it's not like we had to choose to leave it behind or take it with us. But that's completely up to you and what you want to do. So that's all that I have for my lists of what you should bring and what you shouldn't bring. I hope I'm not forgetting anything important, because that usually tends to happen. I just leave out the most important stuff. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, just leave it down below and I'll try my best to help you as much as I can. If this video was helpful, please give this a thumbs up. And since you're already here, subscribe to my channel so you could be updated with my posts. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.